Greetings, Verde family. Welcome back from winter break and Happy New Year to each and every one of you. It's an honor to be here today with all of you celebrating language and learning with a special focus on our English learner students. Did you know that 25% of our students are currently identified as English learner students? In addition to that, approximately 25% of our students are reclassified fluent English proficient. Clearly, English learner students are a valued group of students within our school district. One of the reasons I'm so proud to work in this district is because we do value our English learner students. We understand that our English learner students, as well as all of our students, are not empty vessels. We see our students through a strength-based lens rather than seeing our students as having deficits. We recognize the worth of cultures, languages, and home values that our students bring with them every day, and we work hard to help students continue to grow and achieve. The proof is in the pudding. Our reclassification rate, that is, our students no longer requiring our English language development services, is currently at 17.4%. Just to put that in perspective, the county is at 10.5% and the state is at 12%. This is a credit to every single teacher sitting in the room today. Thank you for believing in our students and always pushing for excellence. Thank you to our Language Assessment Center, our bilingual facilitator teachers, and our reclassifiers who work tirelessly to make this happen. Thank you, Val Verde. You know, with every new year, there's an opportunity for reflection and growth. Many of us use this time of the year to take stock of, where we are, what we are doing, and to set goals for the coming year and for the future. This is the premise of the New Year's resolution, right? Well, I've been doing some reflecting on my own. In my reflection, I have found that although I am more than pleased with all that we are accomplishing as a team of educators, and while I'm excited about the possibilities for the future, I sense that many of us may be feeling a little overwhelmed. We're all stretching ourselves in new ways, and that can feel like a lot. Although I see the value in reflection, I'm a firm believer that the real power of reflection is actually in the action we take upon reflecting. It does us no good to reflect and do nothing. So, upon my reflection, my action for today is to bring a message of peace, a message of calm, and a message of focus. I want to prove to you that we are all doing great things for students by focusing on a few key instructional shifts or practices. You are making all the difference for students as we transition into the Common Core standards and the next generation ELD standards. As always, our focus is on what's best for kids. We can think about these key shifts on a continuum where we have practices already existing in our repertoire and other practices we are working to develop. There are 4 key shifts we can all rest assured that we are focusing on. That is right. 4. You can count them on one hand and still have a pinky to spare. Let's start with those practices already in existence. These are the practices that we want to continue to reinforce because, we believe in them and we know they work. First, we have our AIM direct instruction model, which is built on Vygotsky's zone of proximal development, where there's a gradual release of responsibility from the teacher to the student. We are all familiar with the lesson format. I do, we do, you do. Within that, we have our 2-part objective where we make explicit for our students what they will learn and how they will show or apply their learning through the use of a language task. Many of us know this part of the lesson as know it, show it. Next, we can focus on close reading, which is a shift many of us can confidently say we are mastering. As you know, close reading requires students to get truly involved with a piece of text they are reading. The purpose is to provide students with a chance to reach deep levels of comprehension and help students to notice features and language used by the author. Close reading requires students to think thoroughly and methodically about the details in the text. Another key instructional shift we want to develop is depth of knowledge, or DOK. Depth of knowledge categorizes texts according to the complexity of thinking required to successfully complete them. DOK is important because it provides us a lens on creating more cognitively and engaging and challenging tasks so that our students have opportunities to think deeply on a daily basis. Last, we are focusing on the Smarter Balance Practice Test. There's a sense of urgency here. The Smarter Balance Practice Test allows teachers, students, and families to experience a full grade level assessment and gain insight into how Smarter Balanced will assess students' mastery of the Common Core. Furthermore, these practice tests are designed to provide students and teachers with opportunities to quickly familiarize themselves with the software and navigation tools that they will use on the upcoming spring 2015 Smarter Balance assessments. Then, really interwoven throughout this continuum is technology. My goal has been and still is to provide teachers a variety of technology options. Think of it like a menu where they can utilize them based on their own comfort level. Here's my vision of one technology option. For example, a fourth grade teacher uses Google Apps for Education by saving an information-based article in her Google Drive and then sharing that article with all of her students on their Chromebooks. Here, students read text closely and use the comment tool in Google Docs to post their thoughts and questions within the document. In turn, students comment on each other's comments, while the teacher monitors the flow of the activity and thoughtfully interjects carefully crafted comments to expand students' minds. Talk about engagement. I have witnessed this activity in our school district with our students and seen amazement and learning passion in the eyes of all those students. This activity captures the use of technology to enhance student-to-student and teacher-to-student communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. I assert that our students find this close reading activity much more engaging and exciting than reading the same document on a sheet of paper with a highlighter in their hand. In short, close reading on the computer is phenomenal and something to explore. But in order to utilize instructional practices in meaningful ways that will benefit kids, we know we need time to develop our confidence. That is good. That is healthy. That is why there are technology options, not mandates. I don't want these options to cause unnecessary stress. This is a time of new learning for all of us. We all have to embrace that we truly are learners, and you know what? That's okay. And you know what? We're going to learn together. You will notice that much of our day has been planned around the use of Guru to allow us to try something new together. In summary, as a district, we are focused on 4 key learning shifts to support students. 1, AIM with 2-part objectives. 2, close reading. 3, depth of knowledge, and 4, Smarter Balance practice tests with technology interwoven at our individual comfort levels. It is extremely important to note, especially on a day like today where we celebrate our work with English learners, that each of these instructional practices support our English learners as they access the Common Core and the next generation ELD standards you will be learning about today. And I would like to end by sharing just how excited I am that we do have this time together today to begin the conversation around the next generation ELD standards. I am excited because I know many of you sitting in the audience right now must be asking yourself, how do these new ELD standards relate to you? And that is the best part of today. The next generation ELD standards are relevant to all of us. For the first time ever, the state is helping us to understand that learning academic English needs to happen really throughout the school day and across all the disciplines. Today you will learn more about the rationale behind these new standards and how as a district we're in a great place to promote the purpose of these standards. Also, you'll have 2 key takeaways today. Takeaway number 1, with these new standards, we have new EL levels, which we now call Proficiency Level Descriptors, or PLDs. And the second takeaway, each and every one of us can provide our students with English language development by focusing on the 3 modes of communication. More information on that will be provided during your professional learning workshop. I want to thank everyone again for being here and for all the work you do on behalf of our students. I want to remind everyone to be at peace, to be calm, and focused with our 4 instructional practices. And lastly, I wish all of you a wonderful day of learning and collaboration. Let us enjoy the day and continue in our persistent belief that English learner students will achieve the highest levels of academic and linguistic excellence.